Welcome to Wading into Retirement. In today's episode, we are going to try some unique snacks in Mexico.
Welcome to Wading into Retirement. I'm Laura.
And I'm Mike, as you know.
And today's episode, we are featuring snacks. And these are more of the chippy snacks variety.
Salty snacks.
Salty snacks, yes, because that's different than the candy chocolate snacks that I generally prefer. So this is kind of Michael's episode.
So we may do another episode where we get into the sweet stuff.
And the bakery stuff, because the bakery stuff has been really interesting here. So stay tuned for those ones. So this past weekend, we were able to take a trip to some of the local grocery stores, as well as we took a trip to Querétaro, and we went to Costco, and we went to Walmart. So we were able to pick up some smaller size of our snacks so that we weren't overindulging. So we have 6 different types of snacks today.
And I think the struggle, being new to Mexico, is that we have looked for the exact snacks that we were used to having up north. And they don't have them.
No, they don't. Or they have them in their weird shapes and sizes too.
And different flavors. Even if you get the same flavor, it's not
quite the same. Yes.
So we've had to adapt, which is fine. We didn't want to bring Canada to Mexico. We wanted to assimilate. So we have 6 different packages of snacks in front of us. And we are going to open each one, test them. We also have drinks right in front of us.
My Topo Chico.
Because a lot of these snacks are spicy. That is one difference that you notice on the shelves in the Mexican grocery stores or tiendas on the corner, is that it's jalapeno flavored or...
Queso.
Yes.
Queso.
So,
yes.
All right. So, shall we get started?
I think we should get started.
We are going to start with something called Chipotles. And it is chipotle and cheese flavored. So we have no idea what shapes these are, whether this kind of looks like it's going to be a potato chip, but let's give it a go.
Well, the other thing too, you'll notice, as we've talked about in other episodes, excesso calories and excesso sodio are all marked on most of these snacks. So this one is marked with both of those.
Really, that's on every one of these, except for the last one, which is vegan.
It's not vegan. I think it's vegetarian.
No,
oh,
vegan.
It's vegan. Oh,
Vegano.
100% natural. So that is our, you could tell Michael went shopping.
But we digress. Back to number 1.
Back to number 1.
Chipotle, and the flavor is chipotle and cheese. And it looks like, not quite potato chip, but why don't you take a couple out?
They're kind of paisley shaped, which sort of matches my dress a little bit.
They are almost, I would say, more of a Dorito consistency to the chip.
Yes, I would say so.
All right, let's give it a go.
Down the hatch. Oh, these are good. Sorry to eat in front of you.
Yeah, I'd say these are very close to a Dorito, maybe a bit spicier. Catching up to you, isn't it?
Yes, a little bit spicier. What does sabor mean? Sabor.
That's a flavor. But don't ask me questions that I don't have definitive answers to. So yeah, not too bad. Definitely has a kick. I'm starting to break a sweat.
And it's a latency kick. So when you first put it in, it's not so bad. That's why you saw my reaction. because it does kind of sneak up on you a little bit. I really don't find it excessively salty, but you can tell it's a corn chip, which is also a little bit different than what we see at home, which are mostly potato chips.
It says right on it, it's a corn chip.
Well, you can taste that too.
I've already lost the ability to speak after one spicy chip. All right. People are on YouTube right now, Laura, saying, look at these gringos. They ate one chip.
And they've been done in.
But honestly, out of 10, I may come back and I'm going to arrange these in
The order
my
that you
favorite
think?
order.
Yes. I think
But
that's a good idea.
that's a solid effort. And I think, to me, it tasted like a Dorito, just spicy.
Spicier. That is true.
We are moving on to number 2, which is Takis. Now, these seem to be very, very popular.
Yes.
There
they
are
do.
bags of these everywhere with different flavors. This one, lucky for you, I got the one that is intense flavor to the next level. That's what it says on the bag.
It has a little picture of a little jalapeno being swirled around with tomatoes. But there are different flavors, and as Michael said, like that's a small snack size. You can get them in bigger sizes at the grocery store too.
I am anticipating
You're gonna love this one.
that this is going to be hotter than the last one.
I don't know.
Ah.
Oh, and they're
There you
like
go.
little rolled up
Give you,
cigarillos.
yeah. So they're kind of like a potato chip, all rolled up and narrow.
I think again they might be corn.
They are corn.
As I told you.
All right.
Nice crunch. I like those.
Those are very good.
They got my vote. Now I see why they're popular.
And how
I'm
did
talking
you
in
feel
my phone.
about spice? Those don't seem as hot, or it's different.
It's a different, they're saltier. They are saltier, but when they say intense flavor, yes, you can feel the heat and a little bit of the spice, not so much of the cheese. And that's the other thing I wanted to notice when we're talking about food here. There is a spiciness to the Mexican food, as many of you know. It is hot, but it is full of flavor. So I've eaten at restaurants where all they do is go for intense heat, and it completely knocks out your taste buds. So you don't taste any of the flavor. I would say that that's not the case here. And it's the same, it's not the case with these. These are really good.
Yeah, I could
the
eat a large bag of those in one sitting. I actually thought, because it said it was going to be intense, that they were going to be hard to eat, but those actually go down a whole lot nicer than the first bag, with a nice crunch to them as well.
I like the crunch. So if you're one that does like crunchiness with your saltiness, that's your snack.
All right, up to number 3. We have Rancheritos. So these are Rancheritos, and they are the ranchero flavor. Yeah, and they are corn-based as well.
You're starting to see a theme.
Yes, very, very corn-based rather than potato-based, although we do have some potato ones coming.
We do.
And this was the smallest bag I could get of the Rancheritos.
And you got those at Walmart, did you not?
Yes.
Yes. And the prices range too. That's the other thing. As a general rule at home, chips go on sale. 2 bags for $7, 2 bags for $8. Here, they do go on sale, not as much. And again, we got a funny shape.
Yeah, these are all
Rectangles.
rectangles.
So kind of in the shape of what you would expect, like slicing off corn. You notice I'm waiting for him to eat them. They're good.
There's really no distinctive flavor at all to those. Like there's a flavor, but the Chipotle ones were definitely hot. The next ones had a very unique flavor.
I think these are more like a ranch. They have a bit of a ranch flavor to me rather than,
Well, and I think that's why they call it Rancheritos. And there's only one flavor of these. So yeah, that first bite I had actually tasted a little bit like ranch dressing, but then it went back to the Dorito-y like flavor.
I like those. I think that those would go down very easily in front of the TV watching a movie.
And I think anybody could eat these, whether you're sensitive to spice or not. These have a flavor, but I wouldn't call it a spice.
Smoky ranch.
Yeah. Not a hot spice. All right, so that's number 3. Number 4, and I think this was cheating. These are called Pake Taxos, and these are mezcladito, which I believe mezcladito means mixed. So really what this is a little bit of Cheetos, a little bit of Fritos, a little bit of Sabritones, and a little bit of Rancheritos. So we're gonna get some Rancheritos in this. So I'm sure up north of the Mexican border, everybody has kind of had these before where it's a mixture of
Like
one
nuts and bolts
manufacturer's all
or-
together.
Yep.
So let's
Missing the pretzel pieces.
oh, interesting. Reach in there and grab some.
Well, they're all kind of the same.
That's what's interesting.
Well, I don't know. These ones don't look like anything we've had. Pull out handful. See, oh, see, you got a mix here. You need to share with me. There you go.
So these are new. I don't know.
These are new.
Don't know. They're not Cheetos.
Not Cheetos, and I didn't see any Cheetos in there. Sabritones, maybe? Or Fritos?
Those are tasty though.
There's French.
So they're
French.
yes, they're light and fluffy texture. And this particular one is one of the Rancheritos.
Still back.
And then if I reach down in, I may be able to find.
A Cheeto.
There we are.
And a corn chip.
Yes. So that's a Frito, right?
Sure.
Standard flavor.
These are not hot.
No.
That's the other thing. So
You
another
want
one.
the
That's okay.
Cheeto?
We're going to end up eating that whole bag before we get on to the next bag. Ah, that's too funny.
We're having a party after we tape this so that all of this can be consumed by somebody else.
We have lovely neighbors we can share.
All right.
Good.
Interesting. All right, we are up to number 5. I'm looking forward to these ones.
I am not.
These are potato chips, papas fritas, and the flavor is jalapeno. So I am assuming these are going to be a standard potato chip that we are used to, just with a kick.
Those Pake Taxos to have a zingy flavor. I found those really good. Before we did this episode, because Michael was a shopper, he made me promise that I would try all of the snacks, even if they're hot. And I have a feeling he placed that one on the end, knowing that this would be one of the hotter ones. Because
All right.
of the jalapeno. And he's handing it to me first.
So this is a standard potato chip, just jalapeno flavored.
Not hot though.
Nope. Unless it's going to catch up to us in 10, 9, 8. But no.
No. It's salty, again. It has a little bit of heat, but I wouldn't say much. But you can really, oh, yes, you can feel the heat a little bit more. I can.
Yeah, it's coming on a little bit.
But you can really taste the jalapeno. Like, it tastes like jalapenos. Like, it really tastes like jalapenos. Not pickled jalapenos, but just regular ones.
Yeah, I guess it's what I expected. They almost taste like for the potato chip, it's not like a Ruffles or a Lay's. It's more like the kettle cooked ones.
I would agree, or Miss Vicky's,
Yeah.
depending on where you are coming from. Okay.
One remaining.
Last but not least, our healthy choice.
Yes. This is a vegano. So, vegan bag of, I'm not even sure what it is, honestly.
Jalapeno.
Well, the flavor is jalapeno. It's 100% natural. But
It's cauliflower. I read the package.
where do you see cauliflower on there?
On the ingredients, see, this is impressive because it's cauliflower, mace, which we know is corn, and jalapeno. Three ingredients, which I think is also nice when you're feeding snacks to kids, although the jalapeno might be all right.
So it's cauliflower, corn, and jalapeno.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I don't know.
100% natural, too.
Right when you said cauliflower,
You kind of walked out
I
the
was
door.
out. But I assume this is the healthy option to,
Which
Ooh.
usually means it doesn't taste that great, and it doesn't say excessive sodium.
the flavor like wafted. So there's what they look like. They look,
Like trilliums, or,
yeah,
yeah, trilliums.
fakely manufactured cardboard is what it looks like. Now we will give it a shot. Oh my. Well,
I would say cauliflower flavored cardboard. What would you say?
I would say,
Like the crunch is even a bit flat.
I'm left speechless, and that these will never enter my house again. That's what I would say.
You're not going to fight me for them, are you?
Yeah, there's nothing redeeming about those at all.
No. They have a bit of a kick to them at the end, though. Like I got a little bit of a bite there.
I'm afraid that these are going to create a different kick in my end.
I don't think you're supposed to put that on the YouTube channel.
If I have to exit really quickly,
You'll know why.
yeah.
But no, it's got really nothing but the three ingredients, which is kind of nice. And it does have a kick that kind of follows you. So I'm not sure
Yeah.
you could feed it to children under 3, at least not when mine were growing up.
All right.
Now for the big.
So there are the 6. So what do you think? Pick which one your favorite was out of all these.
I don't know. I like the Pake Taxo and I like the Takis. So I think the Takis was my favorite. Followed by the Pake Taxo.
All right.
What was your favorite?
I would go, I actually think the Takis were my favorite as well.
Oh, we're going to fight over the bag later.
And this was the original flavor. Maybe there's other flavors that we
There are.
wouldn't enjoy.
Yeah, 'cause there's some more on the back. And we know they have different flavors from the grocery store.
I would say, if I go in the other direction, the fake whatever that was is
The last.
the last. So that's that way.
I think we both can agree on that. So the Takis is number 1.
Yeah.
So put that.
These, number 1, ta-da. I have to say these chips that were jalapeno, I was looking for them. They were a little bit disappointing to me. Maybe I don't really like the kettle cooked potato chips in the first place.
Now you're a Ruffles kind of guy.
So I was expecting more. These were probably my biggest disappointment. I knew the cardboard wasn't going to be good that I've already thrown away, but
So you would say that's last?
yeah.
Second last.
second last.
Second last. Okay. Put them in.
The rest of these are different for me.
Yes.
The Pake Taxo to me is just a lot like home. It's a mixture of a bunch of things that were like home. There wasn't spice to them, so very easy to eat, very comfortable.
Yes.
But in terms of eating something that I would call totally different and Mexican, The Takis were the winner. Between the Rancheritos and the Chipotles,
What was second for you?
yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
Oh,
I don't think that's my second.
oh, okay.
I think I might go with the Rancheritos second, as I'm sitting here thinking through it.
See, they were my third, the Rancheritos.
Yeah.
And then the Chipotles were a solid 4. They were just a little bit too hot for me.
Yep, the Chipotles were hot.
So we didn't agree on number
So,
2.
so we were in around
Let's
here.
do 3.
that. There you go.
There you go. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. I think those ones were a tie.
That's where we're at.
He's saying that because that bag's bigger. And I'll let him have his top 2 choices.
That is our ranking.
And I
So
wouldn't
that
feed
was
any
fun.
of them to the dogs. I don't think.
No, I bet you the dogs wouldn't eat the cardboard ones.
No, I don't think that they would. They're not veggie girls.
Well, so we hope you enjoyed that episode. I am going to claim this bag.
I knew you were going to do that. Now, I'll share. Actually, I'm watching my waistline, so you can have them.
Thank you for watching. And if you haven't subscribed and you're enjoying our content, make sure that you do.
And if you have a favorite snack, put it in the chat.
Yes, if there's something that we have missed that we probably just haven't run across yet,
Yep.
definitely let us know so we can go out and try that as well. Or maybe if you have a different flavor of Takis that we should try.
You really were sold on the Takis.
No, they're good.
That's good.
That would be good as well. So, until next episode,
Hola.
we will see you
Adios.
later from Waiting into Retirement.